Morning, Singji here. This is day 8 breakfast. Got some veggies, quiche, hash browns, nuggets I think, pancakes and tomatoes. The fruits and the yogurt I've put in the fridge.
Hey, people infiltrated 3v3 faction war. This is Estia Province and Space Marines versus Eldar. Blue Space Marine team is Xeno as a tech marine. Starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair alongside. YZ or YZ with a force commander, very good offense, fighting in melee, some support and disruption too alongside. And rounding off the blue team for the Space Marines is Broodwitch's Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee by default, begins with a heal, a passive health regeneration aura. Red Eldar, sort of gun to the Kaiser, is a warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support alongside. The Tenso's Farseer, support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control. And rounding off the teams, then 1993 with a Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default, with capping and harassing, some powerful control. Harassing some scouts there, I think it's kicking off in the mid from looking at the mini-map here. Farseer in amongst those tactical marines, gets a good special immediately, knocks them all back. Force commander, I think, killed a couple of guardians, maybe just one. I think a couple. Here come Banshees, another special attack. Guide up on the Banshees too, that guy's gonna die. A little bit unlucky there to get two specials against them, but the second one I think could have been avoided. They seem to move towards the Farseer there. Maybe they were trying to target those Banshees. Now Broodwitch will need to back off. I think maybe YZ expected a little bit more support there from Broodwitch in the mid. They were held up by this Warp Spider being annoying. And a full retreat here. They could get onto the power, bash the node, decap some stuff. Decent stuff for Eldar on the east side. West side, Warlock does get away. Howling Banshees on the Tech Marine here. Can they get a special? They can. And, oh, that was a bit odd. It looked like the Tech Marine sprung back up out of his knockdown state really quickly, a little bit quicker than usual. Each side we are seeing the power bash and we're seeing some capping and stuff. What do I mean when I say special attack? A lot of people ask, newer viewers maybe that don't necessarily play this game, a special attack is an alternate attack animation that deals AoE damage and also weapon knockback, which will knock back stuff that isn't fat. It procs based on the relative melee skill of the two stuff that's fighting. Generally, ranged units have low melee skill and melee units have high melee skill. But there are some exceptions here and there. Some units do not have special attacks, generally ranged units, but there are some melee units that don't have special attacks too, such as heretics. Each weapon for a hero can have a completely different special attack too, and they vary in terms of, you know, speed of the animation, speed of recovery, speed of wind up, damage profile, what actual area they affect. It could be a 360 knockback, it could be a cone. Lots of variation there. Force Commander has a Chainsword and Storm Shield, providing some defensive bonuses to himself, and he can also pop, defend, and help out his buddies. It's not going to help against those power swords on the Howling Banshees though. He'll still have the battle cry to try and knock them over. Mastercrafted Bolter is up for the Tech Marine. Warlock comes leaping in, there's a shotgun blast. Grenades from the Guardians.
Shit!
Only one actually. Banshee's trying to follow it up, and a Shuriken setting up too. Banshee's here with its aspect of strength. Probably all of them have it. No, aspect of fleetness for the Tenso. Lots of war shouts going on. just barreled through the Space Marine lines there. Aspect of strength for Ben. Rangers for Gunter and Ben. And they got through again, although here comes Broodwitch at the flank, and they do have some Purification Vials. That'll be a threat to the Banshees if they can time that throw. They don't have shotguns though. Double tax here with that bolter fire. But that's all going to be shut down by the suppression if they can get it. There's a Purification Vials throw. Well placed. Those guys would have run right into it if that player wasn't live to it. Who was that? That was Sir Gunter the Kaiser. Farseer trying to get in there, draw some fire, create some space for the Banshees. Guide is on them. And here's choppy chop time. And that stuff is all retreating. Retreating units taking 30% more damage from melee attacks. Ouch. And power weapons doing 30% more damage to heavy infantry. So put those two things together on a quick unit like Howling Banshees, and you get some dead Marines, as we've seen. Special attacks proccing there. And again, Banshees are running riot for Ben. Holy crap. Did some really good work, and they killed another Marine. Double tax for all three Space Marine players. I'm not sure you see that in a faction war. Warlock has gone down, looks like he's holding his Merciless Witchblade. Rangers are long-range sniper units that can support with infiltration for their allies and also some destructive capabilities. Scouts will dodge the grenade, but they kept them moving. Down goes the Farseer though. I think that was a Tech Marine with his Mastercrafted bolter whittling her down. Might have been a high-powered shot at the end. Grenade gets him. Banshees might be able to get on him too. Oh, shotgun blast might have saved the Tech Marine. But do the scouts get away? They do. Barely. Only the Sergeant makes it out. 343 to 444. Tactical Marines quietly capping the wreck point on the western edge. Full gen farms. All four of the natural powers are full. Walk Spider's going to get a revive on the Warlock and probably level off that. I think. No, not quite. I'm always caught off guard by how much they've nerfed the XP from reviving. I think it was a good change though. Tactical Marines, they're lucky to get away with two models. The Banshees are doing really good early on. Harassing the hell out of the Marines. Still haven't leveled though. Breaking through though is YZ, and the Force Commander gets level 2. Also has Artificer armor here, so it's nice and tanky already. Over 1,000 hit points at level 2. And with the, 20%? Yeah, 20% received, 20% less range damage received. And he gets a little melee buff as well from this. He does lose the bolt pistol, of course, which is a loss. That's for sure. Grenade takes out another Marine. 343 to 426. Good pressure from the Eldar. Got these Space Marines with the double tax all around. Do have this kind of inherent strength running through their core in tier 1 here. And their heroes are starting to have more of an impact. Mastercrafted bolter and that chainsword. Shotgun's also doing some good work. And Broodwitch on the east side has gotten up to the power, touched it a little bit. Banshees on the prowl though, popping their fleet. There's the vial. And they didn't see it, ran right into the vial there with a good chunk of damage, but they did get in. And they did wash out. Special attack on the Apothecary might go down here, you know. No, does not go down. A few more seconds and they would have taken down the Apothecary, but a few more seconds might have also got them killed. So I think that was a good shout from Ben. Walk Spider teleports up to harass the scouts. They didn't lose any power and they didn't lose the wreck point unless something was rebuilt over here. I don't think it was, but I could be wrong. Tier 2 all around. Looks like Dark Creepers already on the way for Sir Gunter and Ben with Walk Spiders on the way. In fact, Dark Creepers already on the field from the Tenso with Inferno PvP damage, about 15 DPS per model. Extra versus heavy infantry. Not quite as good as Plasma. I think they're less effective against heroes than Plasma is, and maybe less effective versus super heavy infantry too. I can't remember the exact numbers of the damage modifiers, but they're good. They'll do some good work against these Marines. Force Commander's gone to mode with the Sacred Standard. It's also nice that the passive doesn't put any more pressure on his energy, which he needs for battle fight. 343 to 363 on the VP. Very close. Banshee's going to go for a decap on the VP there. Can they get the west side back? I think they can. Warlock's going for it. has that merciless switchblade. Here's the Tech Marine though. Might not be able to stop him, but he'll do a bunch of damage. I don't know if he's going to pop the high-powered shot though. I think the Warlock's trying to knock him over. There we go. Just a perk of the merciless switchblade. Meanwhile, Eldar get onto the power. Shuriken's trying to set up. Not sure what those tactical marines are up to. That is a dead end in there, unless you can break stuff. Attacks run away. Devastator's on the field in tier 2 for YZ. A good choice, I think. Surprised we didn't see one in tier 1. Dreadnought is up for Xeno too. 2 Dark Creepers and those Warp Spiders. That was a strange Tempest barrage there. I think they retreated halfway through it or something. The Farseer barely gets out with 4 hit points. Good grenade though. Cheeky grenade. Annoyed all these fellas. They've got sergeants up on their tactical marines, has YZ. Maybe one of them will become Stoneguard veterans. Here's the Dreadnought, gone for the assault cannon immediately. I was thinking maybe they'd have it in melee for a little while to really scare the Banshees, but hey, an assault cannon is pretty damn scary too. I was going to say, can he not fire on the move? I'm sorry, I swear he could, and there he goes. Just took a while. Has a long cooldown, I think, the assault cannon. The Space Marines get their natural VP back thanks to these Devastators of YZ. Power is safe all around at the moment. And how much did they get? Was it 2 gens or 1? I think they only got 1 gen off that. Warlock's now got his Champion's Robe. It might be worth him just standing around and keeping this Tech Marine knocked over. Warlock pops his Champion's Robe. Suppression on those Banshees there. I don't think they can approach this easily. Or maybe they can. Here comes some Dark Reapers. There's that Tempest barrage for that disruption. And some good DPS, of course. A bunch more Eldar up here. I think maybe out of that web waste. A big fight here. Dreadnought quite rightly being kept back. The Force Commander doing nothing. Was he using Defend there? He must have been. He's got no energy left. Defend also gives you suppression immunity.
Run.
Force Commander levels, I think, to 3, maybe 4. Banshee's on him. Tech Marine runs away. That was from the revive that level. So it's a good fight for the Eldar. Went toe-to-toe with the Space Marines in tier 2, early tier 2 anyway, and came out ahead. Although that was a 3v2 fight, I think. Because here's Brood Witch with a Razorback. Eats the Haywire Grenade, shuts down weaponry and slows down the vehicle. Pretty damn powerful, as you'd expect. Now it's working again. Machine Spirit's woken up, now getting some repairs too from the scouts. And we do have Stoneguard veterans for Brood Witch and for Xeno. Replaces the Tactical Marines with a 1st Company Marine squad that can change their ammo to combat all targets. They will be using their damage over time Hellfire rounds against this regular Eldar infantry and their heroes and stuff. Dark Creepers, I don't know if there's a good fight for you. Why are you shooting at the Razorback fellas? There you go. Shoot the Marines. There's a Tempest barrage again. Useful to have that disruption on demand, and they do get the ability to suppress as well with their pinning fire. Devastators versus double Guardians. Maybe they were looking for a grenade but decided against it. Big push here by Brood Witch, but here come Howling Banshees. Going straight for the Razorback. Shotgun blast saves it, but it almost went down thanks to the Bright Lance. Bright Lance is a full-on anti-vehicle weapon, and looks like it was given a cracked shot there by Ben, boosting its range and I think damage too.
Alright, see you guys for lunch.
1-4.